Gotta love it. Live here this afternoon. That is Wendy Wood with Little by Little with John Griffin in the afternoons. And now, speaking of the lady herself, she's on the line. How are you, Wendy?
Hey, John. Good, thank you.
Oh, welcome to the show. Been dying to talk to you. You went to the Tamworth Music Festival not long ago, and I was meant to do a show with you down there. Well, over like where I do the show from, but cross to you. But you were such a busy person down there. How was the music festival?
Oh, it was pretty good. Like, the numbers were down a little bit because of all the bushfires and everything, but everyone still had a great time. We still had lots of full shows, and it was a shame that because of everything that had happened, people couldn't get there, and that was fair enough. So we weren't sure what it was going to be like, but it was really a really nice festival still.
But I'm sure there was a lot of people that, because you've been going there for how long?
Well, I lived in Tamworth for 22 years, so I've been going there for 22 years pretty much. I moved away to Nelson Bay, which is like an hour north of Tamworth, north of Newcastle, a year ago. So I've been down here a year.
Now, Wendy Wood, you also, can you quickly, before I ask some of these questions, can you quickly just explain, like you're a singer-songwriter, how do we find you on Facebook and YouTube and stuff like that? Because it's not showing up as Wendy Wood. So.
No, I'm actually on Facebook as Enchanted Wood Music.
Right, and
YouTube, there's some pretty dodgy videos on there that people have put up with under I sung in trio for called Those Gals, and I've also sung in a duo called Two Gals. So as well as under my own name. But
are you no longer friends? Are you no longer friends with the Three Gals?
People can listen to my music.
Wendy, are you no longer friends with the Three Gals though? What happened there?
Those gals. Well, I mean, we sang together for 15 years, and we just needed a bit of a change. So,
what, you didn't like each other, or you just?
Oh no, we're okay. we just went down to two. One of the girls was in a relationship with a fella, and she went off to sing with him, and we went down to a duo. So.
As bands, that's how they roll.
It is.
Now, Wendy, you're also part of this Tamworth Songwriter Association. You're like part of the committee. Now,
yes.
that must be a big job down there. Do you ever see like young and upcoming artists that you think, wow, that's going to be the next Keith Urban or anything like that?
Yeah, well, we have songwriters of all different development levels, I guess, that are part of our association, and we've got competitions that we have for songwriters as well, and juniors all the way through to seniors. So over the years, there's been lots of different ones that have come through, and we have a big concert every year at the festival, and a lot of them come back again and do the shows for us, and it's just great to see them. Not sort of, Keith Urban hasn't been on our show, but he started in Tamworth, on the streets busking.
That's right, yeah. So, Wendy, with you being a singer-songwriter, and I know you're now there in beautiful Nelson Bay, just near Newcastle there.
Yep.
Now, a lot of work goes into, you can't just put pen to paper, can you? Can you explain the actual, like, how hard it is to write a song?
Oh, how easy it is? Everybody has their own way of doing things. Some people are very regimented. They have a definite way that they write songs. Some people just write the music first, some write the lyrics first, and then find someone else. If they can't write music, they get someone else to put music to it for them. Others have it all come at once, and I sort of have had that happen in all of those circumstances has happened with me. But there's some people that have a definite, like a recipe for songwriting, and they follow that to the letter.
Now, you're friends also with a person that I did an interview with. His name is Mr. Matt Scullion, who sang Aussie As. And,
Aussie As. Yeah, he's a great guy.
What a great song, and what a great, like, the lyrics in that. Now, you did a song with him as well. What was that song called?
Yeah, I co-wrote with Matt. He used to live in Tamworth, and I met him in 1998, I think it was. Gosh. And we wrote this duet. I'd started the song, and it was pretty well finished, but I just wasn't happy with it. It just needed something else. So I went to Matt, and we sat down there, and he helped me refine it and just get a nicer feel for it and all that sort of stuff. And so it was really I don't co-write with people very often. I find it a really strange experience.
Why is
I
that?
really
Why is that?
enjoyed
Why is it a
writing.
strange experience? Like because you
Well,
both
you
have
know,
your own creative juices going, and it's like, oh, this
well,
could.
when you're co-writing, when you write by yourself, you're used to taking a song wherever you want it to. And when you co-write with somebody else, they often throw something else in the mix, and they want it to go in a different direction to where you want it to go. So you've got to sort of come to an agreement of where you want it to go. So it's always a bit of a tug of war sometimes.
So any arguments with Matt? Did he say, "Look, I'm just Aussie as don't stuff with me"?
No, never. No, it was really
cool
great.
Bloke.
I really enjoyed it. Mm.
Now, Swanee's down there. Jimmy Barnes' brother. He lives down near you, right? Down,
Right.
Or he's in Coffs actually. He's down that way now.
Yep.
Have you ever decided? Like, have you ever thought about writing a song with him?
Well, I must admit that in the last sort of 12 months, my songwriting has been on the back burner a bit because I moved down to Nelson Bay to be with my daughter and help her with her health issues. So I would love to sort of get more into the music again and catch up with people and write. And nowadays, with the technology we've got, we can do it from anywhere. So it's definitely something that I want to do. I want to get out there and co-write with people and do that sort of stuff. But it's sort of been put on hold a little bit, I guess.
Wendy, we know a lot of artists here at this radio station. And as you know, Anita Monk does a show here called Rockdown.
Yep.
I'm sure if you ever need to get any phone numbers from whoever we need to give you a phone number for, I'm sure we can sort something out if you ever need to do something. So just let me know or whatever you need to do. Now,
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
No, that's my pleasure. Now, so what's the Facebook page called again? Sorry?
Enchanted Wood Music.
Enchanted Wood Music. Why are you not doing Wendy Wood Music so we know it's you?
Well, I just, when I first got into songwriting, I don't know, it was something that I always thought of Enchanted Wood just for a bit of a play on words. And my first album is actually called that. And yeah, it's sort of something that I'd like to, how do I explain it? I don't know. It's just something that I wanted to call it so that it was.
So that's
your
brand name. That's your brand name, and that's what you want to do, and that's your brand name, and that's how you roll.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Now, Wendy, have you got any music videos? Have you made any music videos or anything?
No, I haven't. No.
Oh, yes. Well, we need to sort that out as well. Now, how is your gorgeous daughter? You got a daughter down there. She's been on my radio show, Cass.
She has, yeah.
She's got cystic fibrosis, and how is she going through this pandemic and staying at home? And because I'm guessing she would be able, like, she could get sicker quicker.
Absolutely, and we've had to be very careful. She's actually been in lockdown for about 9 weeks, so she hasn't been out only for like blood tests or doctors. Even the doctor's appointments are being done online.
Wow.
So, yeah, she's going a bit crazy. And Nathan and I have, her husband Nathan and I have.
Yes, and they celebrated their anniversary the other day, so happy anniversary.
They did, yeah. So neither of us have been working either because of the risk of somebody passing it on to us and bringing it home to her.
Can I ask, how's the money going? Like, are you all right?
Well, I've been working for the same company. I'm a community care worker.
Yeah.
So I go into people's homes and do whatever I can to help them stay there, before they go to nursing homes and things like that. So, and Nathan works in hospitality. So the business he works for is closed down.
Yeah, definitely.
Or, at the moment. They're hoping to, as soon as they can, they'll be open back up and he'll be back at work. But I mean, it's been hard, but we've got there. And because I've been working with my company for quite a few years, I've got some non-service leave there, which I'm using. So I'm lucky that I've got that. But, we've got to do what you've got to do. And it's too big a risk to bring it home to her. So it's just not worth it.
Now, I've seen Nathan's photo on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
What did you think when Cass brought him home as a mum, right? As a mum.
Yeah.
What did you think when Cass brought Nathan home and thought, Mum, this is my man, I want to marry him? What did you think?
Well, I actually knew Nathan before they were going out. So
there's some gossip. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd met him before as from their group of friends. So I knew he was a really nice guy and it was lovely. I was really happy because he's just so caring, and he's just always there for her. Like, I know that when I'm not here, she'll be fine. I don't have to. When I'm moved out because I'm actually living with them at the moment.
Yeah.
But purely to help with her care and hope, the possible transplant that we're waiting for. Once that's done and she's back on the road to doing what she wants to do, then I'll be gone, and I know that she'll be fine.
Do you know what? If Nathan's a good bloke, I used to live with one of my mother-in-laws down the Gold Coast, right?
Yeah.
And, what a hoot. We used to have, when they all used to piss off to work, we went out to the RSL and the casino, and we had big lunches and everything. And then when they all got home from work, we'd be sitting there going, we didn't do anything.
Well, I'm glad that we get on so well together. Well, that's what he tells me anyway. And we just all click, and we get out of one another's way when we need to, and otherwise we're all in it here doing what we can for her. So
you're a legend of a mum, and it's good when the partner gets along with the mother-in-law and all that sort of stuff. It just makes it work, doesn't it? It just makes it work.
Absolutely.
Now, your song, which we're going to play very shortly because I've got about a minute, 20 seconds, so I'm not going to let you like your daughter and run us over news today. I'm watching everything.
I think that's your fault, isn't it?
No, yeah, it is, because I'm not that professional, see? I'm the boss, so I just do whatever
We're just good at talking, that's all,
And when you're the boss, who cares? Like, we just do whatever we want. But no, would you like to? We got 60 seconds definitely now. Now, this song, You Don't Know What It's Like. Can you explain a little bit to me about what that was about and how you wrote it?
Sure. My husband's an interstate truck driver, and he's away on the road all the time. And I just thought about other people in that same sort of relationship when they're away from somebody for a long period of time, or they don't seem to understand what the other person's going through sometimes. And it's just a song about, both sides of them are giving their point of view of what's happening to them. And, it's called You Don't Know What It's Like, because we don't know what the other person's going through in their situation, and we need to be more considerate of what other people are going through.
Wendy Wood, you are a legend, and you can catch you on Facebook called Enchanted Wood. Is that what it is, the Facebook page?
That's it. And they can also hear my songs on www.reverbnation.com/Wendy Wood.
Fantastic, Wendy. I'll give you a plug throughout the afternoon. Here is your song, You Don't Know What It's
Thanks
Like.
for having me.
You are a legend, and I'll talk to you very soon. Thank you very much, Wendy. Have a good day.
Thanks, John. Bye.
See you.